a partnership manager. I look after 3 job centres, but I also have certain lead responsibilities for the whole of Kent, and Steps Ahead Mentoring is one of those. So I've been instrumental in promoting it within the job centres in Kent. I think the main thing which I always promote when I'm talking to work coaches in job centres is that this is actually delivered by people that do this as their day job. I mean, we have a lot of training providers that deliver like employability skills, and they're very good and they've got their place, but it's more of a theoretical thing for them. But with Steps Ahead Mentoring, the mentees are actually getting to speak to people that this is what they do every day. This is real for them, for the mentors. This is what they do. So they've got the sort of up-to-date information on how it all works and what they should be doing from people that actually that's what they do. So I think that's the real value of it, that they can get this information and they get to speak to people that they would never have the opportunity to pick the brains of or get support from. They just wouldn't have access to people at the level some of your members are at. So that's really brilliant. One story that was a really good one that I really liked and that really sort of fitted in well with the way the job centre worked. Was a particular individual that was mentored, and they weren't quite sure what they wanted to do initially, and then by talking to the mentor they sort of developed a long-term goal. I can't recall exactly what the career area was, but it was something that was going to take them quite some time to get to. It wasn't going to be a quick fix. But what I really liked and what was really good from the job centre perspective was that a mentor said, right, well, this is what you need to do, and sort of set out the path for how they were going to get to where ultimately their career goal, but also at the same time said, well, that's like the long-term plan, but now we need to find you something for now. And that fitted so well with the way the job centre worked, because certainly I know work coaches would get quite nervous if they'd got somebody that said, well, this is my long-term plan. It's going to take me 2 years to get there, but I'll just sit on benefit for those 2 years. We just can't do that. So the mentor worked with them and established the long-term plan, but then at the same time said, well, right now let's find you something in the short term that you can use to finance yourself and just support yourself while you carry on with that long-term plan. And that's just brilliant, because we couldn't ask for more really from our perspective. I think particularly for the 50+ age group, I think there would be a real place for having some sort of mentoring scheme with some of your members for those people, for the ones that we struggle with, because it's an issue of credibility. Our work coaches, they might know what the person needs and they might have all the knowledge, but they don't have the credibility with that person. If I'm thinking of some of the people that have been quite high up roles, and they look down a bit on people in the job centre and feel that you don't really understand because you've never got to my level. And I think just having one of your members as a mentor, even if they would be saying exactly the same things as the person in the job centre, I think it would be just, they would recognise that that's somebody at their level, and therefore they would take on the help much better. And I think that would be really useful to have that as one of our sort of tools we could use. I think one of the things that I was very interested in was hearing about the programme working with schools, and I'll certainly be taking that back and making sure that our schools advisors are aware of that and can link into that, and also, if necessary, sort of promote that in the schools. I think from the Steps Ahead side, it was very interesting to see the portal and actually see how that works and the information that you can get. And also just generally just talking to people about what's going on, basically getting a bit more of an idea about CIPD as an organisation and the sorts of things that you're looking at and the sort of things that you want to do for the future. It's really interesting.